Hello, welcome, beautiful souls, to the Creator Metaphysical Store. I am noticing there's an echo, so I do apologize about that. Today, we will be doing some energy work. Well, I will be doing some energy work, and that is a mixture of the Andromeda Council and something that I've worked with the Andromeda Council with. This is a simple transmission, energy transmission, which comes in the form of an energy attunement, and then afterwards there will be a channeled message from the Andromedan Council and from as far as future events and world events that are happening right now, and what we should expect in the future from this attunement, as well as some messages from the angelic hierarchy. I was told that Archangel Zadkiel will come through with an energy thing, so that'll be interesting. And without further ado, all I am asking is that you simply are open and receiving to this energy activation. Shemau Sunam Kendorvinda Shehi Mutolu Yande Yari Shaira Seya Shini Kando Sweba Karu Suyime Shureyande Sharambo Kunde Shedari Pero Kotoi Mianda should they make it Shindu Andiarum Sharikerum Deshidandeya Ankia Bakum Padam Shaymoshunideya Shripayande Shayamde Dishidam Shayum Shirinde Sharikande Falatrosonime Kandi Shady Sutaya Motoe Kedi Seria Motorete Shie Velotoe que perece yomboate niatea shady belatosoe pendishi belatroya kandi alvon elvino ebe indishiramoto shendi telesendi kundashenom shaderi serigom Querido su nombre, la pelotoya y la pelotame, con la pela pelotria pasei, corasei ambole. A clavarti scelotrome, candish velotreba soli pele, caleverti uloteba. Shali motro shile pela, shali pela tor shali peloto, sharkuli pela shiniamute, calipela tor she ebalati shim, kuto she bulwen shilwen shuturi pelete, colabati shelopotore, calipel shundor kanda shalabel, shele cotore yepesheni candesvelatrash, shali pelatora sorepe. Kalipeliti shikamato shalapelite shalapolokum shada shabalite. Inik rasa clandro solipelit. Shilabolo the Alibili. Now, nervous system, load every particle of your atoms, and then going into your cells. So every cell in your body, then the bone structures, there, there, and then also the organs, then your nerves again, then your skin and your hair to emit those signals and to take those signals as well, and then go deeper into your ad hoc particle in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and spread this activation through the spiral vortex diametratoshi bilokotoshi Colability, shibility, shimo, elevate, shady, cotri, messidani, switalo, altivi, cotrese, calabiti, shindo, coda, shali, be, cadushabi, and dushitoli, belite, shani, utoli, imbak, alave, calaverte, aldasha, alnimi, kide, sholo. Aliveltosha lability, Calabilatoreshi embelata shao, Kuti, Colepeleto, Shalopolini, Calicelete mal, Quandashimi, Calaverte shilabolo de Palatin. Activation now complete. Transmission end. Oh, there was that activation for you guys. I hope it helps. This activation that I was working on with the I noticed there was something fell with the Arcturian Andromedan Council. Excuse me, was an activation energy DNA upgrade. We took it a bit further this time. Instead of it just being on the DNA, we wanted to make sure we got every part. So we did it first from the outside, the cells in the skin, hair, and then the organs, and then also we did the muscles, the bones, and the nervous system, and then we also did it on the atomic and the deep particle level to do that for you guys. So we make sure to get everything all at once. This activation will help those emit the 5 density frequency. Because right now the Earth is a 5 dimensional planet, but it's being kept in an artificial third dimensional world. For those of who are ready to see more and see the fifth dimensional creatures, sometimes we can see these fifth dimensional creatures. For example, there have been extraterrestrials to things in mythology that we consider to be mythological creatures, and in fact, they live here on the planet, but we just can't see them because of our senses have a limiter, and that limiter is created by the technology that has been transmitted to the moon from the moon. What it ends up doing, the moon shoots a frequency at us that matches our frequency, and it's called destructive interference. And when that happens, it limits us, it stops us from going any further. Um, so I'm going to connect with the Andromeda Council, and they'll be talking and answering some questions that I have come up with, and that anything that needs to be said at this time. And then we'll go into the energy activation for Archangel Zadkiel, and we'll see what comes through with the angels as well. Greetings. My name is Astada Elan. You may call me Asha for short. I am speaking on behalf of the entire Andromeda Council. As our dear friend Edgar has stated, he has created a energy DNA code that will help you guys prepare and become and rise above, if you will, the limiter that we have placed upon the planet. It is for both your protection and to keep the negative ones trapped there and starve. You know them as reptilians and draconians, etc., etc. And we understand that most of the planet is ready to ascend to some level. Not everyone is ready for the fifth dimensional reality the Earth really is set in. It doesn't, y'all, a lot of them are not open to it. If they saw a giant wolf, they would freak out and probably kill themselves. And we don't want that for any Homo sapien on the planet right now. We don't want to put yourselves in danger or put anyone of the other fifth dimensional beings in danger. So we're basically working with those on the planet, starseeds, if you will, to help y'all ascend. And that's what we've been doing for the ages. Um, is to speak about the med beds as Edgar has recently discovered about these. This is indeed something that was created by the Tagetans and the Greys and Syrian beings. This med beds will become available, we are hoping, in 2025, but at the latest is 2050. These med beds are designed to help with past life, not just PTSD, but also past life traumas, suppressed memories, even repair and reinvigorate the DNA and RNA and the physical structure of the body, like a regeneration, if you will. For example, if when we used the movie The Fifth Element, and you saw them basically make a whole new body from one little piece of bone, and we created a human out of that piece of bone DNA. As long as the DNA and the RNA is intact, you could do that eventually. And of course, there are some protocols involved in actually doing that, um, which we have not finished the protocols and and a lot of safety mechanisms within the medical beds to fully disclose it to the public completely at this time. So that's why it has not been made public. Once we have figured out the safety protocols and the security measures to be put in place so that the Homo sapiens, if you will, don't abuse these medical beds, then we will be able to disclose it fully to the public, if you will. We are hoping we'll have everything finalized in 2025. If not, you can rest assured it will be in 2050 when it will be a full disclosure to the public. Okay. Um, uh-huh. Hmm. Okay. So my elder here, she wanted to raise to your attention that um okay. Good evening. I here speak on behalf of the Tagetans and the science faction. I am a scientist that works on the Council of Andromeda. My name is Tatagiri Terem Sotom Ime. but you can call me Tara for short because it's very long and not a lot of people find it hard to pronounce. Um, so, on behalf of the DNA and energy work that Edgar has provided, we also want you to know that we will be providing very shortly a new energy module that we will be working very closely with Archangel, as you call him an angel, Archangel Zadkiel. Um, we will be working with him very closely with Archangel Metatron, as you call him, and we will be working with Saint Germain on this as well. And it's to help with the souls to liberate their limiters. These limiters are obstacles that have been placed on Homo sapiens. When the system was hijacked by the reptilians, they couldn't reach the actual computer on the moon. So they ended up using the system on Earth and basically made you slaves and all this other types of New World Order concepts. So we'll be working with the other extraterrestrial beings, which you call them Archangel Zadkiel and Metatron, and Saint Germain. Um, we'll be working with them to help bring about a code system that will help liberate you from the hijacked coding. Let's use what I think coding would be the best word. Hijack coding that has been programmed into the computer system. They basically used the system against the system. So they took advantage of that. It was not designed to be this difficult for any of our kin. You are our kin because we Tibetans are very similar in nature. We all look the same and act the same. There's a little bit of difference with the sexual organs and certain parts of the body, and we also speak telepathically. So we speak, but we also receive if you're speaking one word to us, we receive uh, 10,000 energy downloads telepathically per word. Whereas the Homo sapiens, as you call yourselves on your planet, you speak words, but it feels very limited. We, however, can speak and telepathically receive information simultaneously from each other. So one word could be expressed in the emotional space 10,000 different ways telepathically. So that's how we talk on our planet. There are many planets that we come from. I specifically come from the it's very hard to describe. um, but I guess I should leave that topic for another time. I don't want to overwhelm you guys. But what I will say is that we'll be working on helping liberating a lot of human. I say a lot. We don't know how well this is going to turn out. This is something brand new. We're just field testing it, if you will. And if it is successful, we will be shooting this energy throughout the planet, throughout the water, and because the water is how you guys receive code most of the time. You're made of 90% water, so the more you drink water, the more able you're to receive any energy codes or activations. That's why when you receive these energy codes, you feel suddenly thirsty, or energy activations, you feel thirsty afterwards. It's because your energy is picking up. Yes, it's picking up faster, so it's burning a lot of the hydrationness in your cells. But it's also telling you to drink more water so you can integrate that fully. Okay, um, into your system, into your DNA, if you will. As you guys know, the water is very similar to the blood. In fact, if you look at a woman's menstrual period, it's exactly the same amount of time for the moon. It's there's a lot of connection between your blood and the water. So, anyway, that's all I have to say for now. I just wanted to bring that up to the collective of our brothers and sisters. Well, as you Earthlings sometimes say, well met and blessed be. Transmission and well, I do hope that was helpful for anyone who was interested to know about the upcoming updates and stuff. They didn't talk too much about any specific events. Um, uh huh. Okay. One moment, please. Hello. Um, my name is Aglidomatinus. One moment. Error. System error. I'm sorry, there was a little bit of malfunction on our end with the transmission being sent. I do apologize on that. That's why I got really distracted. I do apologize. Hello, I am one of the historians here on with the Andromeda Council. Um, I will not give you my name because I don't feel like it's important right now. At least not right now. I'll most likely give it to you in the future. I just really want to get this out there for the collective here on Earth. So with this energy activation, we came up with a timeline. With this energy activation, the more that it's spread around, it's going to spread a type of mental awareness in the collective. It's going to basically shift people's realities and perspectives of things in everyday life, whether it be about the pandemic, whether it be about say 8 to 9 to 10 job. It could be anything. Doesn't matter what. It's just going to shift your perspective on reality and help you see things in a different limelight, if you will. Um, with that being said, for those of you who have received the activation, like my friend Tara has said, please be sure to drink plenty of water. 3 gallons is what I would suggest. 3 gallons of water, because that will help you regulate your body, number one, and it will help you detox your body and just receive more energy. Another thing is you'll start to see more talk about nature, and on the news it'll be more dark aspects of nature, like that, like say forest fires and stuff like that, to bring out that. But then there'll also be other groups that want to base, like nature groups, like plant more tree community type, or like remove the plastic from the ocean, etc. Things like that. So you'll start to see more groups going for nature, building nature, stuff like that. As far as the timeline, nothing has changed too dramatically, but just more so of an awareness, a spiritual awareness, if you will. Um, so yeah, that's what we'd like to. I would like to say on that. My name is Angelo, and as some of the earthlings saying in the 90s, 80s, peace, love, and happiness. I love that era. That was so good. Anyway, bye. Transmission and Okay, that was very interesting. um, so I will be connecting to Archangel Zadkiel and Archangel Metatron, and they will basically explain the whole energy activation they're going to do, and they will also give some messages at this time. I don't have no idea why, but I feel like the light just kind of shined really brightly for some reason. So maybe it was their presence that I felt and saw. Um, Hello, I am Archangel Metatron. I'm here on today with my brethren, Archangel Zadkiel and Saint Germain, and we will be doing an energy activation that will help release people from their persecution imprint. We will basically, we will, not basically, but we will be using the tools of the Purple Heart flame. This is a module that Archangel Zadkiel and Saint Germain have created. It's called the Purple Heart Flame because it does evolve the heart chakra and the solar plexus, if you will. But it also involves the violet fire, so henceforth the Purple Heart Flame module. And I'll be shooting my energy in as well to go throughout your system and your light body, your Merkaba, if you will, to help you release on the soul level the persecution plan, but we're hoping to transmute it to a liberation imprint, not a persecution imprint that the soul has, but more of a liberation. So we basically it'll be a healing, but also reintegration of your wounds. So you're going to heal from them at the same time as reintegrating these wounds. And the mantra you can say is, "I am sorry, you," and you're saying "you" instead of that I, because you're speaking from the higher self and looking down at your body saying, I am sorry that you had to go through this much pain and suffering. Okay? We have worked with other beings in the past. For example, there is the author of the Compassion, the Key of Compassion, I believe it's called. We haven't worked with them for quite some time. Um, we have chosen to work with this being because this being we have worked with in the past. He has been with the angelic hierarchy, if you will, for quite some time. And he is still being introduced to other angelic beings. So there's quite a lot of us. And he really wants to work with Archangel Phosphorus, and Archangel Phosphorus is like, look, you're not ready yet, and like you have all these other beings that you have to go through first before you get to me. So um, that's how he is, and he's like always on board. We love him because he always takes things, even like if it's bad things, he takes them and like kind of just like brushes it off and puts his faith and trust in the divine, and we love him for that. So, without further ado, oh, Okay, now that you have been energetically attuned to our energy, we are now starting the activation. It is a silent activation, just letting you know. The activation is now complete. I will now be letting Archinto Zedico to step through, and he has a message to deliver to the collective. Good evening. It is my pleasure to meet every single soul here on the planet at this time. I will be working with the planet on healing and transmutating the pain and suffering on the planet at this time. For those of you who have known my energy in the past, you have found a sense of peace, a sense of calmness, and etc. etc. You guys tend to associate with me with the energy of the violet flame, uh, as well as the color purple on the ray spectrum. Um, I encourage each and every person on the planet right now more than ever, to work with my energy. It is vital to spread the energy of the violet fire. When it comes to working with my fire that I offer to humanity, it's more so when I say that, I don't mean it as an literal fire, but more of a fire represented in consciousness, to consciously transmute things they don't like or they don't want in the reality into things they do like and do want in the reality. The key is more so understanding that you guys have the power and the ability to change and alter your perspective on reality. So, right now, I will be working with many of you in the East as well as the West. Saint Germain still is working with America, so I'll be more energy working in the East. Um, that is all I have to say for right now. There are no world events that will be altered by this. This is just a simple energy transmutation of the persecution imprint to the liberation imprint. And no, it's nothing like big going to happen, but it is shifting people's lives. Anyway, that is all for now. Okay, so I do hope that this was enjoyable. I hope that you felt the energy from it, because I sure did, even while I was physically. I am going to do a little energy work myself, you guys. I know that a lot of people like myself are struggling financially. If you do want this kind of energy work, please feel free to check out my website called thecreatorsfrequency.com. It's called The Creator, and you can also look me up by saying Metaphysical Stores and Hot Springs, and it will pop up with The Creator. You just click the link. After you click it says The Creator, you click, and it will, excuse me, sorry, it will show you there's a link to a website, and you'll pop on my website. I do offer a 30-minute, an hour, and an hour and 30-minute session. So if you want more than an hour and 30 minutes or anything like that, just feel free to click the proper amount by adding the quantity of how many. So if you want a 2 hour reading, you just click for two 1 hour readings. The prices are also listed on the website. So please feel free to check it out if you want this kind of energy activation. I do offer tarot readings on there as well. But yeah, anyway, so I will be sure to list how to look it up. Is look up metaphysical store in Hot Springs and click the creator and there will be a link to a website. There's also a phone number if you wanted me to get in touch with me personally. If you do want to call me and personally about any YouTube videos or any specific YouTube um, a video request, say if you wanted to know a little bit more about tarot or certain spells, feel free to call me or email me. That information should be listed when you look up metaphysical stores and hot springs and click the creator as well. If not, uh, I'm just gonna quickly reiterate and quickly give you my phone number. Please be sure to text me first. 1937. 89. Hold on, that's not my phone number. 501 85 19. It's like for some reason I can't even remember my own phone number. Yeah, I'll have to reprint it in the comment section. But I have to go. I hope that everyone enjoyed the activation. Feel free to check out my website if you want to book a private session for an energy attunement or uh, a tarot reading. I do offer incense sticks. I don't know if you guys have been seeing, but there have been some incense sticks burning, as you can see, but I don't think y'all saw those. So weird. Anyway, much love to you guys. Mwah. Namaste.